Greetings and salutations, Earthlings. Zube here, and this one is going to be a little bit different. I kind of want to talk about my sobriety because I feel like that's something useful to talk about. But even if you're like not sober or not like, feeling the need to be sober or whatever, but there's like, I woke up and all morning I've been thinking about a passage. Wow, this shit's going bananas. I love Palo Santo. And if you've never burned it, it smells like sage. I love the smell of that too, but it's kind of an acquired smell. And I just like it because I know it's like clearing things out. But Palo Santo feels more like a blessing smoke to me. But anyway, I really wanted to read a passage from the AA book, Alcoholics Anonymous, because I've been thinking about it a lot today. And I've been sober now for almost 6 years, and there's something that kind of makes me laugh. But like before I got sober, I always had better jobs. I had custody of my kids. I like on the outside, everything looked better. I made more money. I don't know. It's like I don't want people to not get sober because there's something amazing. And I'm like, what is it? Like, what? I can't put my finger on it. Like, why would I want people to do this? And I think my situation is a little unique, in that there are still things like I don't want to throw shade on my life now. I have an amazing husband. I was with him, before I got sober, and like we ended up getting married and all that after I got sober. But and it's me, like it's me that's changed, and I don't know. It's like wild, but I was like, my life, the circumstances, and then my brother died. Like I have dealt with way worse shit sober than I did when I was drinking, and I haven't drank, like, and I don't want to. And I'm like, why? You know what I mean? Like, why not? I guess. Anyway, let me read this passage. So in the back of the book, Alcoholics Anonymous, there are a bunch of personal stories, and this is actually part of one of the personal stories. My ear's crooked. Okay. And acceptance is the answer to all my problems today. When I am disturbed, it is because I find some person, place, thing, or situation, some fact of my life unacceptable to me. And I can find no serenity until I accept that person, place, thing, or situation as being exactly the way it is supposed to be at this moment. Nothing, absolutely nothing in God's world, by mistake, happens in God's world by mistake. Oh, all right. Until I could accept my alcoholism, I could not stay sober. Unless I accept life completely on life's terms, I cannot be happy. I need to concentrate not so much on what needs to be changed in the world as on what needs to be changed in me and in my attitudes. Like, I don't know, maybe this isn't fucking deeply profound for you, in which case that's totally fine. But I'm amazed every day by the shit that I can grow through, not just go through, but grow through. And it makes me smile. It makes me laugh. Like I also know who I am. Without a doubt, I realize that some of the things that I was tripping over when I was sober were not my fucking problems. Like I was tripping over everybody else's shit, I'm clear, like I know what I'm doing. I also know the difference between the things that I can change and the things that I can't, which is also the serenity prayer. God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. So acceptance is the answer. And it doesn't mean that we don't do anything. I think this is why I fell in love with Taoism and the Wu Wei. It's like, it's not in non-doing, but you can't fuck it up, you guys. Like, this is what I want to tell you. If you accept things as they are and continue to put one foot in front of the other, you can't fuck things up. And up here is where we start tripping on shit. You know, it's like, and I'm human, so I still get up in my head and wish. I don't really wish that things like changed. I guess I misunderstand. I'm like, I just don't get it. You know what? I'm not fucking meant to. I don't get when people are mean, because I'm not trying to be mean to anybody. So of course I don't get it, you know? It doesn't make sense to me. I don't know, but it doesn't mean that people don't think I'm mean sometimes. Like, sometimes we are the villain in other people's stories, and we have to accept that too. It's just accepting the way that things are and moving through life. Like, drinking was me giving up trying to figure it out, or coming to a place where I'm at peace with myself. And I'm at peace with myself now. And that's really nice. It doesn't mean that I'm at peace with other people, or that other people are at peace with me, but I'm at peace with me, you know? And when it all boils down to it, that's really fucking important, because it gives me some like perspective, the ability to step back and observe things and be like, you know, yeah, I could change that. Like, I could change that about me, actually. Or, okay, I can see that for you, but I don't see it for me, so I'm not going to change it. You know, that's just me, and I'm all right with it. And if it creates unrest in somebody else, then that's okay. That's their unrest, you know? And there's shit I don't like about people, and that causes unrest in me. And it's my job to work on that, you know? And I have a tough situation that I've been kind of wrangling over, and I'm probably going to wrangle about it for a long fucking time, because it's just a big life thing that's going to be there forever. And so I like to think that I'm not looping round and round, but I'm growing through it. And this morning, what I came to was like, all right, this is where it is. This is where it's at. How can I grow? And that was like, my thought was just like, all right, well, what can I do to grow? Where can I go? How can I proceed if nothing? And naturally, when I'm doing readings, my life experience is going to come through, because I think this is all like intricately, if you're here, you're meant to be here. If you're not here, you're meant to be wherever you are. But when I'm doing readings, I clear myself out, and sometimes I watch them afterwards, or sometimes I'll even say on here like, oh, that's for me. You know, it's not that I am wanting necessarily to like pontificate about my wisdom, but my experience is going to come through the cards. That's why we're attracted to and not attracted to other people and their messages and their experiences and what they have to say, because that's we're vibrating on the same level, you know, or whatever. But I don't know. I thought this morning, I'm like, how can I grow? Which is refreshing, because I've been on a bit of a loop for about a week now, and I try not to loop that long. And I'm just spiraling upwards. It's like I'm getting to deeper and deeper levels of accepting things as they are. And I hate that lesson. It's really fucking annoying. I want to change things. I want them to be different. I want people to see things my way. But that's not how the world works, you know? it's just not how the world works. And it's also not how to be happy. Like, we don't get, that's like the anti-happiness, is to need other people to see how you feel. I remember when I was in rehab, one of my favorite songs, I used to call it my theme song, was "You Don't Know How It Feels to Be Me" by Tom Petty. And this is when my spirit guide Larry started coming to me in meditation, was at rehab. If you've been around, you know that story. But anyways, Tom Petty died. There were two things that we found out in rehab, because we didn't really watch the news and stuff, but Tom Petty died, and the shooting in Vegas. But when Tom Petty died, I remember going, "You Don't Know How It Feels" isn't my theme song anymore, because I'm sick and tired of trying to get to a place where people know how I feel, or where that's a goal of mine, or it's like a badge of honor to be misunderstood or whatever. Anyway, but yeah, my life got infinitely worse when I got sober, but I love it more. I love it more. I remember everything about it. I'm like, no, actually, I didn't do that. No, actually, that's not my truth. Like, I'm not confused about things the way that I used to be. I don't buy into other people's stories about me. It's I'm not saying things are perfect, but I'm saying I enjoy who I am. I love being alone, and I used to hate that, because I'm like, all right, well, I'm all right with me. If nobody else is, I'm pretty fucking tight with me. And that apparently makes somebody a more likable person in a lot of cases. And I'm grateful for it. So I'm very grateful that I chose alcohol to be the thing that woke me up. Because without it, I think I would have just gotten by through life and not necessarily have grown. And that is why I'm happy. And the job thing, I think it's just because my life is crazy and I live in 2 states. But yeah, that's the one that kills me. Like, look, I made way more money before I got sober. It's amusing, but I'm a lot happier now. I don't know if there's something in value for you there. God bless you. Larry bless you. Spirit bless you. Whatever. Have a great day on earth. Peace. Namaste.